In this video, I want to talk about the importance of tracking your analytics online. Coming right up. And this is John Lee. If this is the first time you come across me, my channel is all about starting businesses, growing online businesses, and using social media to create multiple streams of income. So if you don't want to miss out on all the new content, click the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on all the new content. So the first thing you've got to think about when it comes to tracking your analytics online and the importance of doing that is get to know your visitors well and enhance the user experience. So a lot of the times when people come to my websites, you can actually use something like called heat maps, where you can actually see where people actually go on your site. So you can see where they're clicking, you can see what sites, what tabs they're looking at. And it's really important you understand this because for most people, they're not sure what's happening. So for example, you want to also install analytics to also see how long people are spending on your site. And what you'll find is most people will spend up to about a minute max. And actually for the first 10 or 20 seconds on your website, because people are really, really busy now. So actually one of the strategies to use, so enhancing that user experience, one thing that I've learned is, like when you get people to the website, you don't actually want them to browse on there. You actually want to educate the market before they even get to that website. So let's say, for example, right now I'm selling property. Right? I want to do all the selling beforehand, and when they get to the site, I want to capture that person's details in order to have an inquiry about that property. So once you understand what the user journey, and you understand who your audience is, you can then start tailoring the experience for your audience. So that's really, really important, especially for knowing the importance of your analytics. The second thing is knowing your best content and focus on it. So for example, if you look at my channel is very specific on business, social media, growing online businesses, starting online businesses. But sometimes I'll talk about mindset, or sometimes I'll talk about health. By the way, if there's any other subjects you'd love me to cover in my channel, then can you just leave a comment below to let me know what subjects because I always film new content, and so if you want to know some specific types of content, let me know below. But what I realize that when I'm speaking to my audience, I want to look at what audience, what content do they love to see the most. So when I first started off, I used to do a lot of property investing stuff. So property, how to buy properties, how to sell properties, and then it started changing to public speaking and then branding, and now it's all about how do we market our business using the power of the internet and using social media, and how do we earn income from doing that. So I know that a lot of my content, that's why a lot of you follow me. In fact, can you leave a comment below to let me know why you follow me and what's the main reason you follow me and what content you're actually expecting to learn, and I can create more of that for you as well, because it's always about asking your audience what they want and connecting with them. And you want to talk like, I know this is not live, I'm recording this, but I'd love to talk to you like we're having a conversation. So you're kind of like joining me in my morning walks, or when I'm traveling. So it's really important that we can understand that. So know what content. So let's say you post a particular piece of content. So you might have like 5 different pieces. You want to post them all, and you want to see actually which one gets the higher ROI, which one gets you the most engagement, which one gets you the most likes, most comments, most shares. And then you start analyzing, and what happens is you start to see a pattern. For example, every time I post a viral video, they always get like between 100, 200, sometimes 300,000 views for a viral video. But when I'm creating how-to content or specific content, I get a lot less views, but you know what? I get a lot more customers. So for example, a lot of you know that I run a 3-day social media business bootcamp. And for me, it's always about educating the market. And a lot of people, after watching the content, they'll always say, oh John, I really want to learn more about this. Can you give me the dates for the next up and coming bootcamp? And so that's how we have a lot of people, that's how we sell a lot of our tickets as well. So we provide a lot of value first. People can get a glimpse of what they're about to learn, and then that's what people they want to learn more to go to that next level. So you want to focus on content that people that will do the best, and keep producing more of what works. Okay, the third thing that you want to start thinking about, especially when it comes to the importance of analyzing your analytics, it also helps your SEO. So what does SEO stand for? SEO stands for search engine optimization. And what that means is, let's say for example right now let's say you want to rank for the word how to start an online business, all right? Or in my case, it's how to invest in businesses, because I'm an investor as well. So when you understand your analytics, it'll tell you what type of keywords people are typing in. So for example, if I go to my YouTube channel, I can see all the words that people use to find me. If I go to my analytics, I'll be able to see what keyword they used to find me, what they actually typed into Google, and also more importantly, which platform they came from in order to arrived to my channel? Was it Instagram? Was it Facebook? Was it SEO? Like what was it specifically that led people to my channel? So if I ask you all right now, like, how did you find out about my channel? Leave a comment below. Another thing about knowing the site's SEO as well and helping your website rank or your videos rank is, you know, there's two ways to get a lot of exposure on social media. Number one, you can actually pay for the traffic, so you can pay Google, pay Facebook, pay Instagram to actually get that exposure, or you can use SEO, which is free, but SEO does take a lot of time. But by understanding the analytics on that video, you'll be able to see you know, what words are ranking and what's going to get you that sort of free exposure. Okay, the fourth thing is tracking the top referrals and building upon them. So when we look at marketing our business and getting more leads and clients, it comes from a number of places. Either comes from you're paying for that traffic, or you are getting it organically. So organic traffic means you get it for free, or it comes from a referral. So you want to track where your leads are coming from. So one good question you want to ask people is, you know, when you start getting customers, hey, you say, how did you hear about me? Right? And they'll tell you how they hear about it, because then you can track all the sources. So when I first started in real estate, we used to do something called leafleting. Right? So we'd get leaflets and we'd put them out and we'd see which ones works, and we'd have different color leaflets. We'd have like a red one, and then we'd have a white one and a yellow one, and each one would have a different name on there. So, you know, one way to track a referral is, let's say, and sometimes we put a leaflet out in Manchester, but we get a call in Scotland, right? So we know that leaflet actually travels, right? Maybe someone picked it up, maybe they took it with them, maybe a family member referred it. But you also want to ask people, like, how did you know, find out about my company? Like maybe it's a friend. So if a lot of people always say, oh, I saw it in social media. Like for me, I get a lot of people that say, you know, everyone who buys, you know, a lot of our training programs, they buy into our investment, they buy into our software. We always ask them, hey, how did you hear about us? And most people say from social media. And then we get specific. Okay. So for example, a lot of people that use my software, a lot of people see me on Facebook, right? A lot of people attend my 3-day social media business bootcamp, they see a video of mine on YouTube, right? Maybe they, like, for example, if I'm getting speaking engagement invites, they'll see a lot of that from Instagram, because I put a lot of my speaking engagements on Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, by the way, make sure you check out the description below and check out some of my Instagram. There's a lot of stuff I put out on IGTV. There's lots of videos on there, and it's all free as well. So make sure you, and that's more like short to the point and sort of like, you know, 1 or 2 minute pieces. So make sure you check that out as well. Okay, number 5, the power of tracking your analytics online is to use your partnership opportunities. So what do I mean by this? So every single time we are doing something, we want to look at who can we partner with, right? So let's say, for example, right now, if I'm doing my property stuff, I want to partner with people like estate agents. I want to partner with people like you know, auctions. I want to partner with property sources. So there's so many different things that you can do, but you want to track where your partnership deals are coming from, because ultimately your partnership deals are what get you most of your business, which are highly qualified. I can tell you that a lot of the partnership deals that I get, that's the one that makes the most money. Why? Because I'm already going to what we call a qualified audience, and that qualified audience already, you know, likes and trusts that company who endorse my product, and therefore I'm able to get more revenue. I'm ready to make more sales, because ultimately the reason why people don't buy from you is because they don't trust you. They don't know if your product's going to help them. They don't know if you are, you know, even willing to start focusing on that end result for them. So they've got to make sure that what they're buying from you is something that's going to make a big difference to their life. And when you go straight to a partner already kind of has these 3 things built in, because they already trust that person, they've already bought products and services from that person, and also they know that the products that they deliver is going to give them that end result. So when they refer another product, then it kind of shortcuts that process, and that's why partnership opportunities, you want to focus on, because that's what gets the highest ROI. Okay, number 6, which is really, really important, is tracking what is converting. So let's say you got an e-commerce site, or let's say you've got you know, you've got a funnel, a sales funnel. You want to look at what is actually converting. So what's the main thing that's converting? So for us, and the thing that converts the highest is using what we call social selling. So that's why I put a lot of content on social media. That converts really, really well. We do a lot of free taster webinars. So let's say, for example, someone wants to attend my 3-day social media business bootcamp. We do a taster webinar of that. We give people a taster of what they're going to be learning. And if they love that content, then they'll actually enroll into the program, right? So you've got to look at like what's best converting for you, right? What's that one thing that you can track and you can analyze? Every time I do this, I always get more sales. Every time I do this, I always get low sales. Because tracking the conversion, you want to do more of what works. Like sometimes when I work with a lot of these big companies, they've got this big budget and they spend all this money, and actually, let's say 80-20, let's say 20% of it is what's making them the most money, but they're spending 80% of the stuff that doesn't work, right? So when you're marketing, you have something called branded content. Branded content means it just gives you the exposure, but it doesn't automatically turn into money. Whereas direct response marketing, you spend that money, you get an instant ROI. You spend $1,000, you make about $3,000, that's $2,000 profit straight away. It's really important to track the conversions of your channel, of your website, of your e-commerce site. Look at what's working, just do a lot more of that. I promise you, a lot of people when they do this, they overcomplicate it. When you're overcomplicating things, well, guess what happens, right? You don't do anything. Just simplify it, keep it simple and grow, because when something's simple, when it's simplified, it's easier to grow. So I really hope that you found this useful. If you like this, by the way, hit that like button, and so YouTube can show you more of my content. And also, if you would love to see more of these videos on how to grow a business, how to create multiple streams of income, then click the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on all the new daily content I upload every single day. And also as well, I'll link some videos here and here. I'll put a subscribe button over here. And if you've got any questions at all, leave a question below. Let me know which one of these you've personally tried and what results you've got from that as well. It's John Lee, the author of Business Hack. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.